Hey guys, so today we're gonna be doing my super easy go-to summer eye look, really warm, really pretty, smoky, and a little pop of glitter on the lid. So if you would like to follow along with me, let's just go ahead and get into it. For today's look, I'm gonna be going in with the MorphexJaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. This is what it looks like. We're gonna stick mostly to the neutral matte colors up at the top, and then maybe we'll pop one of these really pretty glitter shades on the lid as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. The first brush I'm going in with is the MorphexJaclyn Hill JH30 brush. It is a nice big fluffy blender brush. So I'm gonna go into the shade Love Handles, and I'm gonna mix a little bit of Perfectionist in with it. I'm just dabbing back and forth between the two, tapping off the excess. And I'm taking this with really light pressure, holding the very end of my brush so I'm not packing too hard. I'm gonna go in and just blend this into the crease. This is what we call our transition shade. So this is going to help all the other colors that we apply blend more seamlessly over the top of it. So I'm kind of just haphazardly using circular and windshield wiper motions just to get that on there, and then we are going to go in with a couple more shades to deepen things up, but this is our good base shade right here. Okay, super easy, super simple. Next, we're gonna go in with the next smallest brush, I think, in the Jaclyn Hill Morphe brush collection. This is the JH33. Looks like this. It's a little smaller, a little more tapered, a little less fluffy. So next I'm going in with Comfort Zone and Grateful, and I just blended those two together on my brush, kind of dotted into them back and forth, and then I tap off the excess. I tap off most of the product that's on my brush because it's easier to add more product versus taking away product. So I'm gonna take the brush, again, very light pressure, holding it by the end of the brush, and I'm going to keep this, focus this a little bit lower in the crease. And I'm just blending this starting on the outer corner because that's where I want the most color to be. And then once I've got a good amount of color right here on the outer corner, I'm gonna start blending it towards the inner part of the eye. So again, just using those circular and windshield wiper motions. You want to use really teeny tiny little circular motions mixed with some windshield wiper motions, kind of going back and forth like this, because then you'll get a more seamless blend that way. You're just kind of going back and forth and around over the whole eyelid or the whole crease area. Okay, so now we can see we've got a little more definition, a little more depth going on. I'm gonna go in with one more deeper shade. I'm just gonna use the same brush, keep it simple. Again, this is the MorphexJaclyn Hill JH33, and I'm gonna go in with the color Homebody. This is a pretty like rusty brown. And again, loading it up on my brush, tapping off the excess, most of it. This is a little bit of a deeper color, so I am gonna go in and try to build it up versus trying to pack on a bunch of eyeshadow at the very beginning and having to work really hard to blend it out. So go in with a little bit of product at first and keep building up to get the desired depth of the color that you want. So I'm gonna focus this color right here on the outer corner, and I'm patting it on because I want most of the color to go right here. And then once I've got pretty much all the color deposited there, I'm gonna blend a little bit more onto the lid and up into the crease. Keeping this color pretty low in the crease because we want to have that nice gradient effect. And you can see I'm using those circular motions less than the windshield wiper motions because I don't want to move this color back and forth over the whole lid space. I just kind of want to focus it in this outer corner area. And then once I've got pretty much no more product left on this brush, I'm going to start pulling it out toward my temple so I can get that kind of flared out shape that kind of lifts the eye up. And then to get a really good seamless blend, I'm gonna go back in with the first brush I used, the JH30 brush, and I'm gonna go over the whole thing with a bigger, not big, but bigger circular motions, just to get a really seamless blend. This brush doesn't have any product on it anymore. It's just blending out the color that's already deposited. So you can see we've done that little winged out shape here. And if you wanna go ahead and kind of clean up that outer edge, I'll take like a small dense brush like this. This is really a concealer brush from Morphe, and I'll even take it and just go, like, this doesn't have any product on it. I'm just using the blank brush to kind of clean up that wing shape. So that kind of brings it up even more. Okay, and for the next step, I am gonna go in with a glitter shade. And for these glitter shades, these are actually like pressed glitters in this palette. So they're a little tricky to use sometimes, but they are really beautiful. You don't have to use a glitter glue, but that's what I prefer to do. So before I go in with the glitter glue, I am just gonna try and get a good amount of color on my lids so that these glitters have something behind them so they show up a little better. And not a ton, I just want like a little wash of that warmth that we've got going on the rest of the eye. So I'm brushing that, the same brush that I used to pack on this outer corner shade, the JH33, and I'm just running that over my whole lid. See? So you can see I brought that warmth over onto the lid. That's gonna help give the color of the glitter something to pop against. So I'm gonna go in with the NYX Glitter Primer, and I just need the tiniest bit of this. I literally take like a ballpoint of a pen sized amount. Like you can barely see it on my finger there. And I'm even gonna rub it between my fingers so I don't end up with too much. And I'm going to gently pat this on the inner 2/3 of the lid. And I'm not being super precise with where I'm putting this, because again, this isn't a super precise cut crease look. This is a super simple summer easy eye look. And I'm gonna take what I've got on my other finger and bring it to the inner corner. Okay, and then once I've got pretty much all that placed down, before it dries up, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the shade GRWM, or Get Ready With Me, and I'm going to pat this on the lid with my finger. I find that these glitters work best with the finger. I have less fallout that way, and I just feel like they stick better to whatever I'm using them with, the glitter primer. And I just tend to prefer using glitters with my finger anyway. So you can see that added a nice pop of shine to the lid. If you want something a little bit brighter, you can go in with the shade Rider Diamonds. It's like a rose gold glitter. But for today, I didn't want super intense glitter on the lid. I wanted it to more so blend in with the warm tones we've already got going on with the matte shades that we applied. So that is that for pretty much all of the eyeshadow and blending that we're gonna do. I may go in and fine tune it a little bit, but for the upper lid, we are done. I'm just gonna go in with a small pencil brush. This is just looks like this. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Homebody and mix it with Love Handles. And I'm gonna run that underneath my eye. I just find that this really ties the look together. And I'm just gonna really blend this out. I kind of like to take mine a little bit lower. I find that that just really complements my eye shape. I've got kind of an almond eye shape. So I just find that this complements my eye shape. If you have rounder eyes and more downturned eyes, you may want to keep it closer up to the lash line. But for me, this is what I like to do. And I'm gonna connect that to the upper lid on this outer corner here. And that is that for that. So now I'm gonna go in with the shade Temptress. It's just the black from the palette, and I'm taking the ColourPop E6 angled brush. This is what I like to use for when I'm doing shadow instead of liquid liner. This is what I like to use. So I'm gonna pat into that, and then I'm gonna tap off pretty much all of it. And I'm gonna start with the wing on the outer edge. And I'm not doing like a super intense wing. I'm just doing like a little baby wing. So I'm gonna start kind of at the corner of my eye and go out, just like that. Very faint line. And then I'm gonna pat it along the lash line as well. And I don't want this to be too much of anything. Like I said, it's supposed to be like a simple, easy, effortless summer eye look. So I don't want like a super intense wing or anything. I'm just going in with the black eyeshadow. I feel like it makes everything look a little softer. Okay, and I'm really just focusing that right along the lash line. And I don't really want much more than that. Like I just feel like that shape really accentuates the outer edge of the eye. So I'm just going in and perfecting that now. And then I'm gonna pat it all the way to this inner portion and kind of leaving the inner corner blank but definitely kind of enhancing the lash line more so than like adding a full-on wing and getting super glam with it. So that is that. I'm just gonna pop on some mascara and do my other eye off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, and this is the finished look. Very warm, very summery. We got a little pop of shimmer on the lid. If you're not super comfortable using glitter, you can always just opt for like a regular shimmer eyeshadow, but I really like the way that the pop of glitter really looks. So yes, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. You can turn on post notifications so that you can see when I upload. And also don't forget to give it a like and share with your friends. I would really appreciate it. Hopefully we will have another video up next week for you guys. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at bellsonbeauty. I will have that link down below as well. And I will have all the products that I listed for today's look down below as well. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you next time. Goodbye.